Good evening, Agent Stan. After nearly 30 years and 8 films, the Mission Impossible series has earned its reputation as one of Hollywood's greatest action franchises. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to convince people that the fourth movie, 2011's Ghost Protocol, is in fact the best in the series. You'll be going undercover as a small YouTube channel. To maintain your identity, you'll have to do frequent calls to action. Tell your viewers to like and subscribe. Post high-quality, entertaining videos every week on your channel, Cinema Stan. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds, as long as you can figure out how to make that look really cool when you're editing the video. Before we can accurately call Ghost Protocol the best Mission Impossible movie, we have to first define what makes a good Mission Impossible movie. The series as a whole inherits the standard features of blockbuster spy films. A glamorous international scope, nefarious villains, dangerous, time-sensitive tasks, bombastic action set pieces, double crosses, gadgets, tuxes, and an iconic theme. What separates a Mission Impossible film from a James Bond film? Things like the self-destructing mission briefings and the masks are distinctly Mission Impossible's brand of Hollywood espionage. But in a broader sense, the franchise also leans more into the language of heist films. Most movies in the series involve breaking into an extraordinarily well-guarded or difficult-to-access location, with teamwork often being a key component. Also, when James Bond does something dangerous and cool, he brushes it off like it's no big deal. When Ethan Hunt does something dangerous and cool, he almost, and sometimes actually, dies doing it. Not a lot of people know this, but Tom Cruise apparently does all of his own stunts.
Oh my God, I can't believe it!
Yes, really.
That is brand new information!
Most of the movies in the series have a signature stunt, which is inevitably built as the biggest, most dangerous thing Tom Cruise has ever done. With so many modern blockbusters front-loading CGI spectacle, doing things practically makes you stand out. It's true for the movies of Christopher Nolan and for when Tom Cruise scales buildings and hangs off of airplanes. If we treat everything I said so far as a checklist for a good Mission Impossible movie, then, as I'm sure many comments have already pointed out, clearly the best one is Fallout.
You're goddamn right.
I mean, Ghost Protocol is great, but is there really anything that it does better than the movies that came before or since? Climbing the tallest building Saudi Arabian blood money can buy is impressive, but does it beat the helicopter chase, the motorcycle jump, or the insane biplane sequence? Ghost Protocol's villain is not even around that much. His scenes got cut due to pacing reasons, and they weren't that interesting anyway. Fallout's villains share his exact motivation, with a much stronger presence, and even they are completely outmatched by Philip Seymour Hoffman in Mission Impossible 3.
Contacts, inventory lists.
You have a wife, girlfriend?
It's up to you how this goes.
Because you know what I'm gonna do next? I'm gonna find her. Whoever she is, I'm gonna find her and I'm gonna hurt her.
Best Action? Fallout. Best Mask Pull? Rogue Nation. Although 2 is a strong runner-up for all the wrong reasons. Best Running Scene? 3. Best Mission Briefing? Rogue Nation. Best Version of the Theme? 1. Best Legs? Rogue Nation. Most Iconic Moment? Best Tom Cruise Ass Shot? Valkyrie. Sorry, Ghost Protocol. You tried, but goddamn.
Great ass!
This is a classic better than the sum of its parts situation. While yes, there are many things that the other movies in the series have done better, Ghost Protocol in its entirety outshines them all, and one key reason for that is its impeccable pacing.
Light the fuse.
During production, the script was always evolving, and while the big set pieces and the arc of the story didn't change, The connective tissue between the set pieces was always in flux.
Ghost Protocol leads with its action, which sets the overall pace. Because the major set pieces and story structure were locked in, the rest of it, what director Brad Bird calls the connective tissue, becomes an exercise in efficiency and clarity. Longtime Tom Cruise collaborator Christopher McQuarrie, who would go on to direct the next 4 Mission Impossible movies, was brought in to do a rewrite for that exact reason. Make the story simpler and clearer. As a result, downtime is minimal and focused. Character motivations are established quickly, and relevant information is concise.
Benji, how is it you're here? Oh, I passed the field exam. Crazy, right?
And as of this moment, any action is unsanctioned, so if you want out, speak now.
A snappy, energetic pace like this gives the action more urgency, and it's already pretty urgent. On paper, Ghost Protocol stakes don't seem meaningfully higher than other entries in the series.
The entire IMF has been disavowed.
In the IMF, that's just Tuesday. Impending global disaster?
That's the job.
Yet, Ghost Protocol consistently feels like the most impossible mission of all. Everything that can go wrong does. Not a single plan doesn't face unexpected complications. Equipment malfunctions or breaks down at the worst time.
We go without.
Without masks?
Even the first mission briefing doesn't self-destruct properly.
Hello? Hello? I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually work...
It's an escalation of little things that constantly keep you on the edge of your seat. We have to scale the Burj Khalifa to access the server room, but oh no, the sticky glove stopped working, and oh no, the laser cutter sparked, the line isn't long enough, the mask machine broke down, and the baby just got the taser.
Okay, I've got the fork.
Oh! Fox, you gotta stop him, he tased me!
The basic setup of the climax. Ethan chases a villain to get a goober that he needs to press to save the world. But it only works if his team manages to pull off a complicated, multi-step process at the exact same time. Is so good that Fallout and Final Reckoning straight up copy it. Ghost Protocol's action is relentless, but not overwhelming, because its other secret weapon is keeping things light.
Your line's not long enough! No shit!
Out of all the Mission Impossible movies, Ghost Protocol has the best balance of action and comedy. It's a playful movie that doesn't take itself too seriously, and knows how to use humor effectively.
Next time, I gotta seduce the rich guy.
Easy way to remember, blue is glue.
And when it's red,
Dead.
Other movies in the series have struggled with this. Sometimes the humor just ends up feeling forced.
Chris, I would never let anything happen to you. Nothing serious. I mean, oh.
Gabriel is running away.
I mean, they were gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Go stop Gabriel, you idiots.
You did great, by the way. We really gotta go.
And there he goes. If only you could have gone there faster. Other times, I can't tell if I'm supposed to take something seriously or laugh.
Fate whispers to the warrior,
the storm is coming.
and the warrior whispers back,
I am the storm. I am the storm.
Look at what the cat dragged in, the oncoming storm.
You serious?
And then there are the times where characters go on, and you're just begging them to say something interesting or tell a joke.
The entity wants you scared, it wants us all scared. It wants us divided.
Look around. We are in the entity's reality.
If what you're saying is true,
How can you be sure the entity doesn't want us to do exactly what you're proposing?
Whoever controls the entity controls the truth.
Don't you see? The entity is counting on us to distrust each other. How do you know that the entity didn't want you to recover the Podcover?
This entity...
The entity.
The entity.
The entity!
The entity. The entity.
Kitty!
The anti-god. This entity has multiple personalities.
Shut up!
This thing has a mind of its own.
Self-aware, self-learning, truth-eating digital parrot.
Please saying that
Will you shut up?
There's an enemy that's everywhere and nowhere.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Starting to take things way too seriously is more noticeable in the last few films, especially when it comes to how people talk about Ethan Hunt.
It really is you. I've heard stories. They can't all be true.
In my John Wick video, I brought up how everyone knows John Wick, and when they talk about him, it's always with a mixture of fear, respect, and awe. It's a big part of what makes him so iconic, but with Ethan Hunt, it's a little different. You see, John Wick is a character played by Keanu Reeves, while Ethan Hunt is the name that characters call Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible movies. That's not to say that I don't like Ethan's character, because I do. But Tom Cruise as a brand vastly overshadows Ethan Hunt as a character. So when I hear dialogue like this...
Hunt is the living manifestation of destiny.
Maybe we could bring the world back from the brink.
Grace, who on earth would you ever trust with that much power?
Well, you, of course. Only you. I believe you were meant to do this.
Now you are the chosen one.
I don't hear characters praising Ethan Hunt. I hear actors hired by Tom Cruise to tell Tom Cruise that he has the biggest, most suckable dick on the planet.
You were always the best of men. In the worst of times.
Ghost Protocol doesn't have that. It knows how to have fun and how to make fun of itself.
Mission accomplished!
You actually said that out loud. Mission accomplished.
I said it.
I'm still corny, Ethan.
Were you expecting an exploding pen? We don't really go in for that anymore.
You don't need gadgets to make a great spy film. For my money, Casino Royale is the best Bond movie, and it's a very deliberately grounded and realistic take on the character, without a laser watch or an invisible car in sight. But just because I love Casino Royale doesn't mean I want every spy movie to be like it. Gadgets are fun, and Ghost Protocol has a lot of them, more than any other film in the series. Sticky gloves, eye camera lenses, noisemakers. Briefcase printers, remote-controlled balloons, and my personal favorite, the hallway projector screen. The masks, which are a staple of the series, take a back seat, but there is a really fun quick disguise change. Although the film's one and only mask pull is a little underrated. Mask pulls are usually a twist reveal, a means to trick someone or get information. Hendrix, actually being the one in Dubai, is none of that. It's just extra salt in the wound of a failed mission. I like the idea, and if Hendrix was a more compelling villain, it could have been a real punch in the gut. Gadgets alone don't make or break a movie. This one is more personal preference, but when combined with excellent pacing and a great balance of action and comedy, there's no doubt in my mind that Ghost Protocol is the best Mission Impossible movie.
You're goddamn right.
In conclusion, the real impossible mission was the new subscribers we made along the way.
Oh, and you were doing so well up until then. And I think this one's loaded. You want to find out?